Hey Forex Militia, this is Parsival, alright, and we are doing the calendar for the week of the 1st to the 6th, and we got a blockbuster week coming up. This week, we basically have rate decisions, we have cash rate, we have everything, we have FOMC, we have the non-farm payroll. It's big. So be prepared for fireworks. Lots of stuff going on. All right. So here we go. We're gonna start out with Monday, ISM. On Tuesday, in the AM, the Aussie cash rate, and they are raising by 0.25, by 0.15 from 0.10. All right. And then we have the unemployment from the Kiwi, right? We're looking for that. And then we have the ADP getting ready for the non-farm payroll. FOMC is going to raise probably 50.50 basis points. Okay, big news. The Bank of England, right? Rate decision on Thursday, and then the official, and they're going to raise from 0.075 to 0.10 to 0.1 from with 0.25. There, I got it out. Okay, so what we have on Friday is the non-farm payroll and the Canadian unemployment news. So next week is a huge week on news. All right. I just want to check also the week ahead and see. Okay, there's not a lot here, but we got OPEC meeting, CPI. CPI is big for the U.S. PPI and Treasury currency report. Okay, so that's that, but get ready for next week. Okay, let's go to the charts. If you like this content, please like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get to the charts. Okay, on the dollar. The dollar had a big week this week. It basically went to the highest point it's been at in the last 20 years or something like that, since March of 2020. I think, yeah, and it actually broke through that. So it went up to this point. Now, I just added this monthly support resistance line. This wasn't there. So, and the interesting thing is, I don't know why I didn't put it there. I guess I didn't believe that it was going to get that high that fast. Because as you can see from this, on this bar for the week, it went from pretty much 101 all the way to almost 104. That is huge. Okay, because you can see there's these small bars here. That it skyrocketed this week. Okay, so around here, because of the rate decision that's coming on Wednesday, there might be a little bit of a pullback, but we know rate decisions are especially raising is good for a currency. So this is going to go much higher, and I don't know when there has actually been a point when it's actually been higher. There we go, 2002. Yeah, so the next point, let's just mark it off. This is on the weekly. I'm gonna have to change the color to orange. And the next point is 120. That's insane. But I'm gonna put it there. Let's see if it actually makes it there. Let me look at this on the monthly. Okay. All right. I can switch it back to red. And I'm gonna take a look at it on the pivots real quick. Let's take a look and see what the dollar looks like on the pivots. Alright, let's go to, let's see how high that actually goes. Yeah, that's only yearly. So, okay. Okay, so up here is where we put it at 120, and up here at 120 is the 5. The 5. Is that right? Nope, the 6. The R6. Alright, now, do I believe it's going to go that far in 1 month? Maya Copa, here's something that I am going to basically apologize to you. Well, it's not really an apology, but I did say that April was one of the best months of the year for stocks. That was true. But this month, this last month, April, was one of the worst since the financial crisis. Okay? So, the past 30 years, it has been a banner month for the stock market. It usually always goes up. But this one was the worst since a long time ago. Okay. Alright, so that's, I think I did say something about because of the interest rate and all the extra stuff that's actually going on, something different could happen. I believe I did say that, but I went with the statistics. I'm a statistics person, so that's the outlier happened. The unthinkable actually happened, and April was doomed. It was bad. Okay. So that's the dollar. Let's get on to the US 30. Alright, so let's see what we got here. I actually have the pivots on here already. And the trend is still long, but it has a bearish bias to it. There's this trend line from way back a ways that if it actually breaks through that, it will actually be very bearish. Now, on my super trend, it's already bearish. So we are going to be looking for this. I really believe that this is going to fall down to this support resistance line at 125, 126 is really where I believe it's going to go to. All right, but that could take some time for that to basically happen. Right now, it's going to fall down to about, I believe, 29 or something like that. Right around this 200 right now. Okay. So as you can see on here, the 200 is represented by the median between S1 and S2, and the 200 is right there. So I am bearish. I have a bearish bias on US 30. On gold, I have a bullish bias. Now, with what's going on with the dollar, okay, I can see that if that takes off and on basically next week, the gold is probably going to fall, but I don't want to believe that it's going to fall that far. All right, because people are believing that a recession is coming up in, I don't know, maybe next 2 years or something like that, because of what happened with the inverted yield curve. So, with that looming, we've got 2 years. So gold might actually range a little bit because people are going to be buying at the lower prices. They're going to let it fall, and then they're going to buy, buy low, sell high. So it'll probably drop, and then it'll go up again. So in the short term, short or bearish. In the long term, bullish. So right now, bearish. Okay. Over here on the sentiment, on the lower time frame, it has this at a long. More retail traders are actually short and long. So there you go. we go with the opposite. All right, on Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin is a funny thing right now. Let me take a look at this on the monthly. As you can see, it's coming down to this area here. There's a trend line right there. And it is bearish. It is extremely bearish, but the interesting thing is it's been following the market. It's been following the NASDAQ technology. But with what's going on with, and then the other thing is with what's going on with the dollar, this should actually be bearish also. This should fall in sympathy with what the stock market is basically going to be doing, and with what gold is going to be doing. So against the dollar, this should actually fall. So I'm going to hold on to a bearish bias on this, on Bitcoin. Let me just take a quick look and see what it looks like on. All right, we've got this on monthly. Let me take that off and put that on weekly. And it's going to be, yeah, it's most likely going to be running down. We got some levels at, I'll say over here, it's actually 29 and 20. So, and like I said, over here on the MACD, it's actually looking short. I might actually use the QQE instead of this MACD, because that actually has a pretty decent signal system, although it's not as sensitive as the MACD. Okay, so let's see, we're moving on to oil. On oil is in a consolidation type area. It is consolidating, and it looks like it's mostly in a pullback. If the dollar actually rallies going into next week, then oil will most likely drop. It will fall. But that's on the short term. Oil on the long term is going long, okay, because of what's going on with Russia and the bans that are actually happening with Russian oil. So what I believe is happening, Russia is mostly likely selling their oil at a lower price point than mostly everybody else, because they're trying to fund the war. So when that comes out of the market, there will be a demand for oil, right? They're going to get banned, and so they are basically, the people who are left is, you know, the the Emirates, right, the Arabs, and people like Canada, and so the price of oil should actually increase. So that's my fundamental reasoning behind that. So this most likely, there is very bullish tone for oil going in. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at that on the charts, and it's definitely bullish. We got some crossing over, this crossing downward. So like I said, for this, I am going to just call this pretty much flat sideways on this higher time frame. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and go to the loonie. On the loonie against the dollar, it rallied. I mean, the dollar rallied against the loonie, and it took this higher to the top of this range where this is. Okay. So once again, the dollar being bullish as it is, and oil possibly falling against the loonie. The loonie actually falling, right? This is going to basically cause this to basically rally, and the dollar is basically going to rally against the loonie. So I'm looking for this to be bullish. Okay. The other thing is, we got this in. This actually went into the oversold range, and this is going higher up into, let's see, a target would be here at 131. That's one target, and the next one is 136. But let's take a look at it. On the pivots. On the weekly pivots, 131, right? Okay, so that is up around here. So that would be around R1. Alright, that would be a pretty decent target right there if you're going to try to take that going long. Okay, so there you go. And the euro fell all the way down to 105.50. Yes, 105.50. All right, and it stopped at a monthly support. All right, from way back, right? So monthly support, it fell and it caught, and now from here, it very much looks like this is going to continue down. So from here, let's go back. I don't see anything really, unless we go back all the way to 2004, right? We would have to look for a low of around, well, first, if anything, it's going to hit parity. So it'll be even, right? With the dollar. So that would be right down here around this point. So I'm just gonna say, let's just look for parity, which is 1-to-1 on the euro to the dollar. Okay, let's take a look at it on the pivots. Alright, that went down. Interestingly enough, that monthly support line was right there at S1. Okay, now remember, we do have to shift it, so it's not actually this one, I'm sorry, it's this one here. So it went to the median between S1 and S2, which is 105.67. So it did touch this. It looks pretty, but it's actually this one over here. Okay. All right. So parity would be here, right here. $1 parity at 0.45 here. All right. So that's 500 pips away. That's a lot of pips, and it could really do it. Okay. So let's go on to the pound. The pound did the same thing. The dollar just rallied. And so we are looking for this to go down to, let's go back. Let's go to the monthly. And go back. Okay. It doesn't go back any further than 1993. So this would, in a sense, be some new territory. Okay. Going down to 114, 115, down here in this area, down here. That's on the monthly. I'm going to put a monthly. That's an extreme. All right. Put the parameter in there. 115. Okay. So we're going to look for it to get down to 115. And so with that, we are going to move over to TradeMiner Picks, TradeMiner 5.0 Picks, and go over there with a review. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you over there. Hey, alright, here we are on TradeMiner Forex. We have a bearish British pound cable. 12 years of statistics with a win rate of 83%. Okay, and the TradeMiner stock of the week is Chevron Corp. All right, 5 years of statistics and an 80% win rate. Alright. The probability is low, but I took a look at the chart. So let's go over to the chart and see what it looks like. Alright. So here we have the Canadian dollar. Oh, I'm sorry, I had the wrong one up. Let me fix that. Pound USD. There we go. Okay. And it is from May 2nd to May 26th, bearish. 2nd to the 26th, bearish. Okay. Okay, so you see it open and close, and this, like I said, it's because the dollar is most likely going to be very, very bullish. And as you see, the price action is very, very bearish. So let's go over to CVX. Let's see, and that's bullish. And here's the QQE. I was looking at it. It looks pretty decent over here. We got this going bullish. All right. The reason why I picked this one is because energy has been very, very bullish as of late. So the earnings on this was not so great, but it was only off by a smidgen, a bitsy. So, but they beat on revenues. So we are basically going to take this going long all the way until May the 20th. And let's go over the review of what's going on here. Okay. So we are now at 84K. Alright. This is, I'm down on these long positions because the market today fell like 900 points, right? Let me just check it out. Let's take a look here. The Dow Jones average fell 939 points, and the Nasdaq fell 600. Okay, so it's those type of days. So long trades are not good, but look what happened with the short trades. Fantastic. We've got a short on PG and a short on IBM. Those are doing well. All right, and a couple of trades actually came out, which is, let's see, J&J came out, and the Kiwi. I took a gain on the S1, I believe the R1, right? And then it closed out at break even. So that one was good. Okay. On J&J, yeah, I took a 1,000 and then it came back, it fell, and that took me out. So J&J, all that was profitable. That was profitable. Let me see. Did I actually take a loss on one of them? No, that came out at break even, right? That was just canceled. And yeah, okay. So, got a lot of greens. Very nice. Very nice. All right. So, I believe that'll be about it. And like I said, next week it'll be the pound and CVX, energy or oil company, right? Coming in. And so if you like this content, please like this video, comment if you want to ask me any questions, or if maybe you have a idea on how the markets are actually going to move, and subscribe if you want to basically see more of the content. Ring the bell to basically be notified. And so, knowledge is power. Be power hungry, and power to the people. This is Parsible, signing out.